What is going on, you guys? Starting my morning here off by picking up my B16 head from the machine shop. We did a resurface and some new valve seal, and then we're gonna head to O'Reilly's to pick up a head gasket and some brake line stuff. We're gonna head to Joaquim's house after to go situate his car a little bit. He got some new things that we gotta install, and then we'll see what else we have going on for today. Package secured. Now I did notice that the surface of the cylinder head is more finer. Before it used to be very, what's the word here, very coarse, like you can feel it with your fingernails. And I had a different machine shop which specializes in built motors and stuff, said that they need to change whatever they're honing, not they're honing, but whatever, I don't know the process for resurfacing a cylinder head, but they had to go a little finer. And I noticed that now on this cylinder head, it looks a lot better than before. So next up, O'Reilly's. All right, so guys, we just showed up to Joaquim's house. I went to go buy some brake fittings. Now I was looking for the 3/16 compression fitting, which is only one fitting, compress two brake lines into one. They didn't have that in stock. I checked the whole damn rack of Doorman product, and I ended up just getting the 3/16 tube nut standard flare with the union. When he took his H out of here, I guess he tugged up on one of the lines with the H22 manifold, which is like hideous, and it ripped his brake line literally right there, clean cut. Right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flare both of these. I'm gonna straighten it out, flare both of these, and then put the union so we can bleed his brakes. But you guys are probably wondering, why is all his shit taken apart? Well, let me explain. We put this engine together with a temporary clutch, which was an Action 6-puck and a stock flywheel, just so we can turn it on, make sure everything's all good and dandy. His twin disc is on the way. I mean, it's been on the way for like 2 weeks now, trying to figure out where it's at. But once you get his twin disc, we can slap it in, tranny goes back on, and then engine will be, you know, ready to bolt everything back up. So the reason why the turbo kit is off is because we were running this 57 trim, little baby inky dinky binky turbo. Now we're trying to make a ton of power. This is somewhat a built engine, but we're not going to deal with that. I convinced him to get a 35R if you're going to try to make some jam, and this is the same one that we run in all of our cars, or at least the ones that are running eBay turbo. So we got an eBay GTX3582R, and this has a better housing. The one that I have, the one that we bought, is fully polished. This one looks freaking awesome. So this turbo is listed as ball bearing, but really realistically it's not ball bearing. So all you need is a feed line, you know, 3 or 6, but I run like 060 instead of the restrictor like 30 or 35. And I told Joaquim, you know what, just get a 060, which is this giant hole right here, and this will feed the turbo perfectly. We ran a restrictor because, like I said, we thought it was real true ball bearing, but it's not, and it actually starved the turbo. So this should be perfect. And shout out to B&R Fittings, because he is our local fitting guy. We got everything in a matter of like a day, got everything we need. The thing about this turbo is it's still a GT style return, which is the smaller flange, so we got the correct one for that. And that is why the turbo kit is off. We're switching turbos to make power easier than that guy, and then we took the spindles off because we're going to be changing the wheel bearings. This one's pretty bad, and I told him if you're going to change one, you might as well change them both. So we're going to do ball joints in a later time because we don't have those on hand yet. We're going to do the bearings and the tie rod. A lot going on with this car. We got to get on the dyno. Track is in about a week and a half. It's actually next week, so got a lot to do. I gotta prep my all-wheel drive CRX2. Maybe that's what I'll work on today. I'm not sure yet, but we'll get started with the brake line stuff first. Get my little thumbnail shot right here. Guys, I know a lot of y'all have been asking me about building something different than the EF chassis. Now I've been featuring this dude's car, right? This one and this one, EG, all-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, big boost, and it doesn't seem to get views. Can you guys explain that to me? Could you guys please explain that to me? That's a good thumbnail shot right there. So right now I'm doing the bottom brake line. And if this was like the passenger or the driver's side or one of the master lines, it would have just went to the junkyard and changed it out. But this one actually goes to the rear. So I'm going to cut this one, flare it right here under the intake manifold. The other one goes to the prop valve, so I'm just going to pull it off, straighten it out, flare it out, and go from there. But I got plenty of room down here to put the flaring tool down here. I got a double flare tool, I'll show you guys. Normally there's like a little shank or something on here to clean out the burr of the tube, but I don't have that. I always carry my trusty box cutter to kind of, you know, multi-purpose like this. So I'm just going to use my razor blade to kind of clean out the burr a little bit in the hole. Now it's important to get this line to be nice and straight for the tool to clamp onto it. So right now Joaquin is taking off his, see, now you ain't got to worry about that strip hole on that turbo. That thing has like 2 strip holes, remember?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. So he's taking off the turbo housing right now because we're going to be tapping it for the feed line to the turbo. Now you can run your vacuum line here. Most people that don't have a fitting on the turbo, you can feed off of, like, you know, back here, this one right here, just a vacuum source. But we're trying to eliminate having so much line back that way, so we're going to tap that real quick with a drill bit. And then I brought my Hybrid Freight tap and die kit. Yeah, so I just got this one flared, guys. I almost made a boo-boo. I was about to flare it and I realized I didn't install the freaking fitting, but we got the fitting, we got this double flared, and look at it, nice and flush. Hell yeah, brother. This guy over here, very proud of his see that? His little drill job.
It's me.
Dead centered. He was stressing for like, I don't know, like 5 minutes. You sure? You sure this is the right size? You sure? Are you sure? Looks good. Now we're gonna tap it. I think this is the right one. Yes, because this is the one I've always used. This one you gotta do by hand because you drill too fast, it's just gonna strip the hole out.
You gotta do it by hand.
Fine. Fine. You have a Teflon?
Yeah. Need it right now?
Teflon this line, the fitting. Push lock fitting. Boy, fancy. That's the best tool to have in the toolbox. Guys, let me know. What's the one tool you need to have at all times in your toolbox? I think for me it's a crescent wrench. Or actually no, it's a wire cutter. I used to always carry it in my back pocket, but now I carry the razor blade. But crescent wrench, because you can do a lot with this. Hell yeah, brother. There you go. So when I uploaded all the files from my GoPro to my computer, I forgot to delete the rest of it, so I don't have a lot of memory. But little first flaring tool, you can see right there on the tool itself, the line comes out about, I don't know. I still don't know. But this fitting right here goes in first, right? And then the flare tool. So now we flare the first part of the double flare process, right? And then you take it off, pretty much go until it stops, and then you take off the fitting, remove the fitting. You can't really see it on the GoPro, but it just made the lip of this nice and rounded. And then we do the second flare until this stops, right? Now this line is double flared. It's got a nice smooth edge instead of a sharp one if you did a single flare. So now we got a double flare line, got the fitting right here. The other side goes to the prop valve. Now let's put this back together. It ain't the prettiest, but we got the bottom and the top line connected with the union. And when we're finished with everything here, we'll probably bleed the brakes as well too. But it doesn't look good. but it's gonna function like it should. Did that rhyme again? God damn it. I should become a rapper. Oh, shot. Damn, that shit looks crazy, bro.
Take the dipstick out. Instead of just making fun of me.
No shot. Damn. Wish I was fancy like you, my guy. Yeah, I think you should be fine like that. We got about 1.5 inches from the bottom coupler to the pipe, and we got about 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches to the turbo. That should be plenty of clamping space. And the return line actually looks like it'll fit too, yeah? Yeah, that's perfect. So we had a little fight earlier. We were like, man, it's just not fitting, blah, 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 blah. But we realized that there's no transmission. T-bracket's not on. The engine was actually leaning backward. So now we got it propped up and everything's lining up perfectly. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna slap the spindles back on, just on the ball joint, throw the caliper back on, bleed the brake system, and then again we'll pull this off. And then you canceled the order, so you can technically go get the bearings.
Yeah, I'll go get it.
And then we can do that.
Yeah.
You mean? I got a new technique that I came out with yesterday to remove bearings. So
Well, I'll probably wait till I get the ball joints tomorrow.
oh, right, we still need the ball joints too. So yeah, I mean, if anything, that's it for the turbo. That shit looking spiffy as fuck. But next move, brakes. This the race car. That's the street car. This is the race car. Feels super official with the bucket seat. I actually love this bucket seat. Wanted to get one a long time ago, but wasn't too sure about it. But now sitting in this one, kind of want one. And this roll cage, yeah, not for me. I don't think I'll even fit in here with the helmet. But then again, this whole thing is set up for, you know, the 4'5" guy over there. So everything is like up close in front of my face and all that. It's got a wood feel roll cage, so this is designed with door panels, right? And I mean, this bar seems to be pretty low, but I guess it was designed like this for easy access to welding these bars all the way up. But this is a full 10-point roll cage. I mean, like I said, it feels official, but I don't think I have a car that's gonna require anything like this anytime soon. But I would love to have a cage in my car. Just maybe. Now to get out of here, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I didn't think about how I was gonna get into the car, but I got in. Didn't really think about how I'm gonna get out of the car. Granted, the seat is fixed too, so car is slanted on jack stands. Fuck, dude. Ow. Okay, I don't know if that was the move, Chief, but we're gonna figure. Oh shit. This is complicated, my guy. The car is slanted too, so I'm at like an awkward angle. Ah! Ah! Wasn't too bad. Maybe I'll get a 10-point roll cage too, yeah? Go ahead. One more time.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna switch. One more time.
Go ahead.
All right, switch.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. That's a lot of air.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. That's a lot of air. So this guy had Bellex before, and this car, when he parted it out, he sold the front and rear skinnies, and decided to build this car and had to get some new wheels. So shout out to Alex. This was an early birthday gift to you. Yep. Right? 13x8, and big shout out, man. And these are 13x8s with brand new 24.5 by 913. Now the issue with this, when he mounted on a couple of days ago, the slick itself was rubbing on the spindle, and I told him, I was like, normally the case is you run spacers. So he had extended studs already, and I gave him some 5 mils back there. You can see some 5 mils, and we are cleared by a mile. No more rubbish. So yeah, we just want to check that real quick. Looks good, spins, no rubbish. And now we're just going to take off the spindles and get those ready for the new bearing. But as far as today's work on this car goes, we've done a lot already. Got the turbo mounted, V line, turbo back in, just waiting for the clutch. We did the brakes right there, the repair. We bled the brakes, and huge step forward. Once the clutch comes in, everything goes back together, straight to the dyno. So I'm not sure when we're gonna pick back up on this car, but we're just gonna chill for the rest of the night, and then I might work on my car, I might not, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. So I ended up not going home yet. Figured we're just hanging out, and we're actually assembling Alex's motor over there somewhere. I don't know if you guys can see it because I'm sitting in the car. So I was like, you know what, Joaquin's been talking about this for a while, wanted to clean up the wiring in this car. So I kind of looked in here and I was like, yeah, you need to clean your wiring in this car. So I am awkwardly sitting in this car with the roll cage, and earlier I said kind of want a roll cage in my car for no reason, and now I don't want a roll cage in my car because it's gonna be really complicated for me to work on my car. So I already cleaned up a ton of wiring down here. It was like 100 freaking wires all over the place. You can't see it, but I got everything all zip tied and everything shortened accordingly. Right now I'm doing the gauges, and I'm just, you know, like I said, just finding new home locations for everything. There was like 3 ground spots here, and I'm taking it all off to make 1 grounding spot instead of, you know, a bunch of wires down here like the jungle. Just figuring out all the stuff that needs power, the stuff that needs ground, put them all together and route them into place. So we got a voltmeter, we got an AFR gauge. He's not going to be running the boost gauge, and yeah, I'll show you guys when I'm all sorted with this. But man, it took me forever to get in this car. So back to work, and we'll show you guys some progress on Alex's motor when he gets here. All right guys, my leg kind of cramped on my left one a little bit here, but look at that. I should have did it before. You guys would have capped them in the comment section for sure, but I'm the homie, so I didn't do it before. But look, nice and clean. So the only wire that I got to do left is the wideband power wire, and if you look, I transitioned all of the grounds that were like all over the place into one location, all in their own terminal, just in case you want to take it off. One for whatever gauge you're moving, whatever the case is, it's in one location. So if you look, a lot cleaner. So we'll button up that one right now, but I want to show you guys this over here. So this is Alex, you guys have seen him before. This is his block that's kind of just been baking out in the sun over there for the longest time. But head from machine shop is back, and literally this guy brought everything. Got the whole damn tote over here. So we're pretty much assembling this for his car. He has a DB1. I don't know if I ever shown it before, but it's a teal DB1, and gonna go doing some Scooby-Doo pop pop later. Scooby-Doo pop pop. So Joaquin upgraded, and this turbo made 400 before. Still perfect condition. That's probably what's going to be going in here soon. But today we're making that step forward from a bare block sitting over there to hopefully a long block by the time we end this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and button that up a little bit, and then we'll probably jump onto this and get this thing more and more completed as much as we can with whatever you brought tonight. So guys, we got Alex's engine assembled with everything that he brought. Cylinder head, cams, we got ARP head studs, all the water pump timing belt stuff, intake manifold, the whole 9, gaskets and all. Everything else that's not on here is going to be used off of his car. We don't know when we'll swap it, but when we do, it'll be a quick job since we have literally almost everything to do so. Right now it's just right here. We're going to stuff it off to the side and wait for the right day to do the swap. But this is a huge step forward for him, and we're going to try to get him going this year. I mean, not this year, we're going to get him soon, like this upcoming month or something. So I think we're pretty much wrapped up here as far as Hakeem's garage go. His car, we made a major progress. We did a lot of stuff today. I also chopped his front bumper. If you look, looks pretty cool, huh? Look at that race car stuff. Still with the front license plate because it's not going to be a streetable car. But we did a lot today. We bled the brakes, we fixed the brake line, new turbo, all the lines and all that. We did the inside of the car. We cleaned up all his wiring and stuff down here a lot better, and what other things did we do? We fitted the slicks to make sure to clear the spindle, and what's really left is just waiting for the clutch to put the transmission and the engine, everything back up, boost pipes and all. We gotta do the wheel bearings and stuff tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow. We're not sure tomorrow until we get the bearings and the ball joints and the tie rods that he bought, but just know that we're making huge progress. So we're gonna wrap it up for tonight, guys. Show this video some love. I know you guys have been asking about different chassis other than the EF, and we're gonna be bringing his DB1 on the channel hopefully soon. Obviously, we worked on his EG, his all-wheel drive EG. So again, you guys asked for it. I'm trying to provide it for y'all when, you know, when time permits, like when I have access to work on these cars. But he has a question for you guys. Should we go up pipe or should we keep it down pipe? Regardless if it has an up or down, you're still gonna drive on the street, right?
Yeah.
Hood rat shit. So leave a comment down below, guys, up pipe or down pipe. But that is gonna wrap it up for this video. So if you enjoyed it, be sure to hit the like button, and like I said, if you guys want to stick around for the DB1 and this car on the dyno, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.